Peace. What's up? What's up? Hey, shout out to the fam out there. Hey, first thing we need to do is everybody share the video out. Get the shares on TikTok, X, Facebook groups, whatever it is you do. You did. That's what we gonna do first. Do you hear me? That we gonna take care of first line of business. Everybody share. Everybody hit the like button. Go crazy. Go crazy, Chief. Yeah, everybody hit the like button, man. I'm feeling good. And we about to hit y'all with a double header. A double header. Yes. We have a double header. We're gonna do what we do over here, but after this, we're gonna bounce over to the Empire. And we will see. Okay, you got some Buffalo Soldier ancestry. Shout out to Miss Kingdom. Okay. So do I. And I actually gonna speak a little about that tonight. So they said let the lights match the views. Respect BCU, American Indian Territory. You are in Indian Territory. No one can save you. Nigga, we sovereign over here. Nah, for real. Yo, what we feed you to the hogs or the alligators. Don't come around yonder. We're gonna send your ass back around yonder, down yonder with that foolishness. All right, so we got a few updates before we jump into it. You did? We, as y'all notice, are getting closer. We like 2 days, we like 15 days, like about 14 days in the wake up type shit. 14 days in the wake up, 11/22. This is my thing, bro. What are vendors at? Where are the vendors? What are we waiting on? Like, I don't think y'all understand that these type of events don't happen all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope y'all understand that, you know, unfortunately, your bloodline has led you to this side of the track. Well, we don't have camaraderie, unity, structure to where people, like-minded people, can gather and be amongst, like-minded individuals, as I said before, to form a soul tribe on the same frequency. Well, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but that shit don't happen, all right? So when we do have an opportunity to do so, and the people don't, let's say they weren't, let's just say they weren't notified. Okay, we'll just say that. It would say they weren't notified. But I'm sitting here like, we have so much vendor space. One of the reasons we want to do that is because this is a opportunity. This is a opportunity. You feel me? When I came in the game, there was no such thing It's opportunities for Indians. There was no such thing as Indians helping Indians. Can't get an amen. So me being an individual coming into the community and being a victim of poor lack of leadership, poor proper representation of the talking heads, and I can say that I get opportunities, but if I was coming up and people were doing these type of things, maybe I could have got maybe I could have got a little more recognition. It wouldn't have took me this long. And I got a long way to go. But hold on, y'all. Okay. We want to get the pin the message up there for fade. We catching fades. So the tickets are up there. You also can get, we do have space for VIP. This is what I did, right? Boom. So I'm gonna tell y'all then we're gonna get into the bill. This is what I did, right? What's up with it, Roderick Sims? I know you and the Prince coming down. Now, so y'all know how, okay, so we got a huge parking lot. We have a huge event center. We're gonna have spaces. We want people to be comfortable. So we have an auditorium seating 400 people. VIP people will, they're gonna be at the front of the bus. I mean, it is what it is. We're also gonna have food there. So besides the workshops that's taking place, we have areas for, let's say, our speakers, our performers, they can go. Now, outside, we're gonna set up big tents. We're trying to get 20 by 40s, by 60, 70 chairs. But we want 3 or 4 of those. All right. We want 3 or 4 of those. And so we want to make it nice, man. We got our DJ locked in. He is a Zydeco soul singer, country boy. He has his cowboy boots on, ostrich cowboy boots. I say that's that go DJ. Get that my DJ. Yeah, I already knew it. I said, yeah, he got me. We talked on the phone. I said, yeah, he the one. Yeah, now you get down here, man. You get down, BCU new. Everything gonna work out, man. Everything gonna happen in divine order. What's happening is supposed to happen. But make sure y'all go. And so I say for the VIP, we work real hard on these gift bags. The gift bags, the things that are in it is over $100 in value. Maybe 150. Now we wanted to get some real nice bags that mean something. Y'all know my game. I keep y'all. If y'all been on tour with me, we at the pyramids. They give you the little receipt and you tear it off. I tell everybody, hey, keep it, keep that. You know what I'm saying? Keep that shit forever. So that's just me. I love memories because when we transition, all we left with are those memories. So I just love memories. But so we want to put things in there that won't just last for that day, but it lasts as long as you maintain them. You know what I'm saying? You put them up and they're stamped for a reason, so you'll never forget that day. But yeah, we want we getting the big tent set out. Fuck won't, nigga. We own it. We getting the big tent set out. So you got the big one, you got the VIP section over there. You got the BCU house. I ain't gonna lie, we got a BCU house. Then we got one for everybody else, you know what I'm saying? But we have so much inside space, you can go take a seat. Vendors, we looking for the vendors. We can work something out. I mean, you can pay half and then pay us on the back end. But we are providing the tables, which cost money, and we're gonna give you 2 chairs. So we're trying to make it easy as possible for the workshop people. We want to get y'all lined up. I met Shakti Hiller last night. She will be there. So we have a lot of holistic, genealogy, tech, different things of this nature. But then we outside, we barbecuing, we frying fish, we frying seafood, we frying, yeah. And so I called and got that. We got the ordinance, the noise ordinance for the city, so we can pop it as loud as we want to. Yeah, cause it's a party, it's a party, it's a party. So yeah, shout out to y'all. Shout out to water signs in the building. So yeah, man, we do have availability for VIP. I think we'll be able to take care as many because we were just focusing on the inside. But now we're getting the 40 by 40 tent, with the windows. You can pop the door on this side and be out there in the back, so you could be laid in the shade. We got circle tables. Everything gonna be draped and dripped out nice, luxurious. Why? Because we Indians and we civilized this shit. And I want the best for y'all. And shout out to the people who have been making contributions to Fade in the Cash App. That's also making this, come together. We're able to do things like this to get great DJs, get people out there, able to get the event what we wanted. They hit me today, say they got the photo booth. We might need more than those. Men, I'm gonna be honest, we getting porta potties for y'all. I know y'all nigga go piss outside and the Gator nigga bring a Gatorade bottle. I don't know what to tell you. But the stalls in the restroom are just for the ladies. With gentlemen, you standing up and pissing, they gotta sit down. Now we're gonna have somebody go in every 20 minutes to clean the motherfucking restrooms. We don't need no period pads in there. You on your period, on your cycle, stay your ass at home. Drive down to the corner store or some shit. We don't need no bloody pads in the motherfucking, yeah, okay then. So yeah, man, y'all continue to support if y'all can. Those who haven't, support Fade at the Cash App right there. And let's add other things that we don't have, to make this just the best. You know what I'm saying? It's for us. So we shouldn't spare no expense. Rest in peace to my older brother, man. Somebody told me that I always took with me. He say, never be stingy to yourself. Never be stingy to yourself. Because nobody is gonna love you like you do. So when we do things, and we feel like we worked hard enough and we want to, bless ourselves. Don't look at the price tag or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you worked hard. And if it's for you, please do not be stingy to yourself. Because there's no person in this world that'll love you more than you. So with that being said, man, y'all contribution to the Cash App will be greatly appreciated, and it will go to a positive And you know, man, we want circle tables. We want to be out there looking real luxurious. Cause we shooting a video to the "We Been Here" song. So everybody at the event, y'all gonna be in the video. We shooting a video. So I hope the homie Mo come down, man. We shooting a video to it. Now me and Dane will be on the Empire tonight. But before we get into that, y'all know we got to do the first action. We need them libations. We need some libations. That'll work.
I like that Honduran cigar, the spirits rise. Smoke curling like ancestors whispering in the sky. Dr. Sebi in my left ear saying heal from inside. This ain't no new land, we the ones they try to deny. Before Columbus ever dreamt of ships steer, we was building mounds, doing rituals with no fear. From Yucatan to Galveston, New Orleans near. That's the triangle and soul, but the map been clear. Second lines and parades, that's ancestral rights. Tambourines and feathers under full moonlight. We ain't immigrants now, we the original mind. Built pyramids and bone flutes before Rome took flight. Topcatz said it loud, stop begging for permission. Our culture ain't missing, it's just deep in tradition. We ain't African cause they told us we remember the mission. The land speaks Creole, so food and intuition. We
they know the words to it now. They know the words. I see you, TJ.
Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky. And the ancestors' rhythm, we never die. We been here, oh yeah, we been here.
Whoa.
Way before they wrote their lives, we still live. This our home, not a place we disappear. Jaheim singing true through the pain and the tears. Granny sat me down, roll something slow. Said when you puff, give thanks, let the cosmos know. I inhale the jungle, exhale the flow. Spitting stories that the textbook still scared to show. Cigar lit like a torch from ancient rites. Aromas like prayers to the Orishas at night. New Orleans ain't a tourist tale, it's black divine. Where the jazz horns spend time and the spirits align. Forget Columbus, we was dancing in stars. Trading turquoise, dripping culture in bars. Drums talking codes, spirits moving cars. Look close, the past ain't gone, it's just behind these stars. From Congo Square to Trammy porches, we built this land, no need for endorsements. The Mardi Gras beads ain't just for decor. That's soul armor, homie, we was gods before war. We been here through the blood and the drum, through the elders, the chants and the kiss of the sun. Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky. In the ancestors' rhythm, we never die. We been here, oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still live.
Hey, so for all of the people that has been hitting me, bro, I've been going crazy trying to figure out a solution. So if you purchased it, please check your email. You have the link in there. I want y'all to be like me, because, yeah, nigga, I got that bitch on my playlist on my Apple phone. That bitch downloaded to the Apple phone. I say, man, I got to get these people they shit, fam. Boy, they hit me, man. I want to hear it. Yesterday, shout out to Soul Food Vegan Tariq. It was his birthday. We surprised him, showed up on him, you know, made his day. Fam called me like, man, y'all almost made me cry, man. And yeah, man, you know, but he told me something. He said, thank you. And I said, man, don't never tell me thank you. You know what I'm saying? If I sneeze and you say bless you, I can say thank you. You know what I'm saying? If you hold the door for me, thank you. But that is no price on loyalty. You know what I'm saying? So nah. Yeah, I want to make sure you know, the fam was, you know, he felt that love. He did. Because he did send me a text. He said, hey man, I need to be around. He said, man, fuck it, I'll read the whole text. Cause he had y'all in mind. Boom, bye, boom. He say he want to kick it with BCU tonight. Need to be around some love. Yeah. He said, I want to kick it with BCU tonight, man. I need to be around some love. So we're gonna send the brothers some energy, positive energy. A lot of us going through it, you know. My grandma just got at the hospital, and I'm hearing that a lot. you know. So yeah, man, you know, keep our people in our prayers, you know, and you know, be purpose with where you putting your energy, you know, be purposeful and intentional. You did. And yeah, and so I went through there. Ace, BCU Ace was in the building, BCU Jazz, goddamn, you know, we had a whole party. Bam Bam was in there. You know what I'm saying? You know, they had vegan donuts. We rocked the thing. I didn't even know they recorded us. But me and the big homie, Southside Legend, Slab King, we watching the video, right? And they recording us. And I'm on that hoe, you know, I'm popping it. I'm feeling that hoe. Nah, but square business, man. Shout out to Soul Food Vegan, man. He did. And I appreciated that. He appreciated, you know, what we did. All right, let's get to why we here, man. Tariq is back on the block thugging in a public. So he says, should FBAs claim Indians? After this one, I think Tariq kind of showed how much. Nah, Maurice, go check it. Go check. He said you just checked it, got it, and can play it. Salute. Okay, bet. Okay, Cuffle, we good. I just wanted to make sure we was good. Bet, yeah. So I'm saying y'all gonna go order them hoes up because y'all see everybody saying they good now, man. Y'all can get the single, download it to your playlist on your phone, and jam that hoe in the car or wherever you are. You did? Cause I done ran that hoe up, nigga. I'm at the gas station. They tell me, what's that? That ain't nothing. That ain't shit, man. You feel it? Vito say, man, that's the way I've been feeling. Can't wait to see the family. Nah, we all need it, bro. And that's what we gonna do. And shout out to Vito. Vito say, hey, man, we need a BCU house. So if it's some more y'all BCU family out there, y'all want to go crazy, get an Airbnb, we can go mansion. We can go baby mansion. Yeah, I'm looking to get it on Apple, Spotify, all that shit there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I might well go all out with it. You did. But we ain't gonna be here long. We're gonna be strong though. Make sure y'all support Fade. Yeah, man, whatever contribution matters. $25 what we was asking because that's what the first person started out with. And man, that'll make for a great day. Because once we get there, it's like if we got everything we need, then we probably won't even have to sell plates. You know what I'm saying? Like if the people make sure that we have all of this, then we can't charge them for it because they help bring, you see what I'm saying? So these type of things, like, man, we got to go downtown. We send them motherfuckers downtown. They got to go talk to these white folks about this. And it's just so many things that had to go in the background that people don't see. And a lot of different people making moves to make sure that this happens. So, yeah, nah, man, I'm proud. You did. And Acito told me last night, man, BCU Ace, he say, hey, it's gonna be successful, bro. He must knew I was worried. But nah, he put his hand on my shoulder. He said it's gonna be successful, bro. Watch.
No, it's not at all.
Okay,
it's not at all.
All right, just double checking.
Okay. Give me a second.
All right.
Hey, yeah, y'all jump on that like button while we do that.
Ty. Let me get Ty Powell in here. Let me get Brother Ty in the building.
American ethnology.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay, so this is Tariq. I think Tariq took yourself out with this one because he made a stance and a hard stance that their FBA and their Indian shit ain't it. But a lot of things that they said about the Indian shit, they got it misconstrued. My game is you can't take our culture. They speak about tethers and this, and I ain't got no problem with FBA or none of that shit. It's gonna be some FBA niggas at the event. American FBA though, with no African descent. You did. But okay, Kev, okay. Say my daughter friend will attend, she lives there. Okay, bet, we're gonna take care of you. So they said I was on the link that dropped. Okay, that was Dane. Yeah, so to Rick, he really jumped out the window on this and like drew the line in the sand. And it's not even we want to work together. It's we FBA and them and what it really sounds like is they understand that if we work in the way, then they can just be so much more successful. But you cannot destiny swap with us. Nobody. So they talk about things like cultural and all of that. If you talk about cultural anthropology and all of that, W. Du Bois, Igno, whatever the fuck, all of those things were created by scientific racism. Go back and watch this. I just dropped it on y'all when they changed it from this and brought it to cultural, because they didn't have no scientific or no proof of Africans, so they tried to make it cultural and use our culture and make it as if it was something else. But for the FBAs, you cannot energy harvest American Indians. That's wild.
Southern Negro, American Indian. Okay, yeah. Now, what's it saying?
So this is the Bureau of American Ethnology Bulletin Series, Smithsonian Institution Library.
Nigga that's talking, he's another nigga, I'm not even gonna get cut too much shine because it's like niggas will be in your face and be smiling and then they'll go around the corner and they, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Them backstab, but that fake shit out of here.
It's from the 19th annual report.
I would say the nigga been around long enough, and I think he did good in the conversation with Tariq. I would have been more aggressive, but that was
of the American Ethnology. It states that the blood of the Southern Negro is unquestionably Indian. And I pose this question is because which would be stronger when taking this to court? Because I've seen indigenous American specific tribal names is stronger when you're taking it to court because you got people like the Kuspatuck, Unkacheg, you got people like the Tuscarora, you got Cheraw, you got Lumbee, et cetera, et cetera. So why don't Black Americans attach themselves to specific names that has probate records? You got treaties, you got Guian Miller rolls, Henderson rolls, Dawes, and all that stuff. Why go by a superficial name that's there for temporary reasons when you got different ethnic groups of Black Americans, like the woman just mentioned, Wale, or the Gullah Geechee? You got such and such and such and such, but when talking about quote unquote legal terms, it's not tied into like what we've known as Black since Lyndon B. Johnson signed it into law. And I'm not trying to plebiscite babble or anything like this, but what makes more sense when taking this to court for reparations?
Okay. Well, here's the thing. A lot of those tribes have been dissipated, and a lot of those tribes now, they've been infiltrated by the white tea people. A lot of these $5 Indians, they've already infiltrated those tribes. You understand? So that's been the...
to say that, I mean, we would need more edification. If they did, then tell us how it was done. If you can't tell us how it was done, then that's just a talking point. That's a theory. If you can't break it down, tell us it was done. If you can't tell us who done it, you feel me? Because that shit ain't happened that long ago. I got every nigga name. We finna show out tonight. We finna go to Empire tonight. And we're gonna talk about a few of those names. But my game is this. To say that, I mean, you can't just say that and leave it right there. So a lot of niggas who falling behind that shit are agreeing You don't even have enough information. You know what I'm saying? A $5 Indian, nigga, that shit was fake. That's not how white folks took over the tribes, and that's not when. We ain't got a date, we ain't got nothing. So it's like, shout out to Claude Anderson, but put the clock on. I smoke these niggas, man. Easy.
Problem. So trying to circle back to revive those tribes, that's a long road. That probably just won't work at this point because it's already been infiltrated. And also,
it's not a long road. To say that is to say that we were in the tribes with these people, which Tariq is gonna say culturally we're different, so it's impossible for them to be there. But you would put them there when using this talking point. Are we gonna Indian politically gets us further in court? FBA, black, and none of that shit don't get us nothing. Food stamps and all this type of shit. So that was a bad argument, you know. But to turn around and identify that these people are separate from us, you can't come say they took over or it's not gonna work or we're gonna have to go back so far. Y'all niggas going back to 1870. Y'all going back to 1524. That's not too far. See, you can't have one without the other, though. You feel me? This shit you talking about happened in the 1900s. But see, you don't, our brother need more edification on the topic.
How come they ain't doing it? All right. If people want to claim these tribes, what's stopping them from filing some reparations claims right now? How come they're not doing it right now?
So you have a few people doing it now already and already got their tangibles. Heck, they even let token Negroes already get their benefits because they know how the optics look. But now they're opening the gates for more Black Americans to do their genealogy and to bring it up in the courtroom, bring it to their reservation and look over these things.
Oh, yeah. What you're talking about are the people on the freedman roll. Those are the ones who are getting tangibles. All of these other tribes that are basically non-functioning, they're not getting anything. The ones that are not allowed to be federally recognized, they're not letting them get anything right now. The ones that are...
So they'll get more than the LBA? I think not. So
you literally got some people out here that are in government positions, such as they're in the Gadsden Wharf African American International Museum. I've been there. Okay. I've seen them take footage of movies with Sekou. There's other places such as the Smithsonian Native American Museum. They got Black Americans in there, especially in books that's in the gift shop or in archives or whatever, like the Puspatuk Unkacheg people. Those are literally Black Americans.
Oh yeah.
Like I think that the fight should be towards us reclaiming these specific tribes rather than letting and making up excuses for like saying, oh, white people took it over, but they're kicking out those people now. They're kicking out the Hispanic tethers that's sitting up here cheating enrollment. Like it should be no excuse nowadays because we can literally obtain it now.
How come?
Good point. And Tariq gonna shoot his shot again.
Nobody is doing it then.
People are doing it now. One of the reasons why a lot of people ain't doing it is because they come get FBA. Niggas pushing FBA, Solon, and all this other shit on them. Things that they never were. Things that politically do not tie them to anything. No land. The U.S. never signed a treaty with them. Nigga, you a warsman of the state. The fuck?
Because a lot of us are not doing it because they're not looking into their family records.
Hey, get the lights.
We don't have people out here. We literally do have these people out here, but we don't have our people actively looking for genealogists that are boots on the ground that are helping each other out to obtain these records.
Right. Yeah, because my thing is, because people start complaining, okay, if cats want to go the indigenous route and just say we are an indigenous tribe and you want to dig up an old tribe, because yeah, there were black indigenous tribes. I completely agree with that. But they are defunct at this point. Now people
Bullshit, bro. You sound like that's some no disrespect to Rick, but that's some shit that a Native American would tell us. That's some shit a white boy tell us. But what it sounds like to me is that Tariq know that Indian shit hold more weight. And he understands that the brother that he's speaking to is making great points. That's why he's going back to why niggas ain't doing it. What the fuck is the FBA doing? Come on, man. What is the FBA doing? Stop it. They asked for reparations back in a couple administrations ago. That shit ain't go down. So what are they doing? We don't have to dig nothing up, fam. My grandma's still alive who knew her grandma. And I show a picture proudly. She's in an Indian garb. We don't have to go back that far. You know what I'm saying? But if, like the homie said, we can't make excuses for niggas not doing their genealogy. It ain't nobody's fault but yours if you don't know who you are. And if you want to place a band-aid or label on it to find some type of self-pride or ego, that gets you no results. What is FBA gonna be around 5 years from now? I doubt it. You know, FBA, you can't copyright a goddamn ignorant group. So FBA is not an ignorant group. We can't go in court with that. But these tribes, why people not doing it? Because you got niggas out here telling them they Hebrew, niggas out here telling them they Moors, people out here telling them they from West Africa, do DNA test, telling them, you know what I'm saying? They Kemites and shit like that. That's why, because of all of these doctrines and all of these titles and labels that niggas are giving, that niggas are making up and giving us, which does not tie us to any land or political ties. Not understanding that it was our ancestors who built it. Now, niggas think we built it and they ain't get the credit. No, we built it and our name is on it. Now, if a person don't look in their genealogy, they won't find the name. And to say things like this here, it sounds like niggas don't want niggas to do their genealogy and find out what tribe they're from, because these other groups or denominations will have nobody in their motherfucker. Yeah. If everybody was to go do their genealogy and come back and find out who they would no longer claim any of these identities that was given to us. Simple as that.
People want to go reclaim it. That's a long road. That's a long road. Now, if y'all want to do it, do it. Now, I'm not stopping anybody from doing that. I am a foundational Black American. When I look at my lineage, yes, I got some tribal stuff there. Those tribes are defunct. When I look at my records, it's Negro, colored, mulatto, stuff like that. And
but is it signing the affidavits or probate record or anything like that?
No, don't need that. Don't need that. Culturally, we're foundational.
How? You don't want to go scrape up the Indian name, but you'll take his culture. So that's what a nigga call destiny swapping. And the same shit, which I ain't got nothing to do with, but LBA, how y'all be playing on them other niggas, man. Them foreigners say they destiny swapping, they taking our culture and trying to use it as their own. Well, goddamn, LBA, that's what the Indians saying. Y'all trying to destiny swap with the Indians. or it's too hard to go dig up all of their history. So we'll just put a new label on it and take their culture. We'll take the time out to go find out everything about them culturally, but we don't want the name. We'll put a new name on it. Nah, you're destiny swapping. That's some tether shit. That's real tether shit. Yeah, that's real tether shit right there.
Black Americans, and we're recognized as a lineage. We are a very specific lineage. All the tangible stuff will come when everybody just stays on code and stays the course and keeps pushing for tangibles.
Fuck that, man. Y'all, we just watched y'all lose the reparations. Fuck, we gonna come back and gear up for another battle that we can't win. You niggas playing political games without any political influence. You niggas ain't nobody out here paying nobody to go in there and speak for them. They not paying no lobbyists. Niggas not showing up, or niggas not coming together as a political group or even a grassroots groups that's able to stop this. I mean, all we seen niggas do is delineate and ask for reparations. That's not good enough. You lost the reparation case. Let's keep it gangster. The delineation is not even needed. But since you got black in it, then you have to be a part of it, because the people who found it, black, was in cahoots with these people that y'all are trying to delineate against. So the whole shit don't make sense. You can't take the Indian culture and say you don't want the name. Shout out to Boo. Shout out to my Boo. Boo, why they keep talking about we make a good couple? And I'm telling them, why is y'all doing that? That's my friend. Why y'all doing that? Why they doing that, Boo? Yeah, I'm in here trying to enjoy a build we did, and they steady talking about, oh, y'all make a good couple. So I say, man, Boo got a nigga. I called it, and the nigga answered the phone. And nigga say, what's down? I said, shrimp fried rice? Shrimp fried rice? You order shrimp fried rice, no? Shrimp fried rice, chicken, yeah, rice and gravy, it ready. He said, what's ham? Nah, whoa, where you at? I ain't order no fucking shrimp fried rice. Yeah. I sorry, wrong number. Yeah, I told him, Boo got a nigga. Nah, I didn't. They steady trying to hook us up. I called that nigga, answer the phone. What's ham? Shrimp fried rice? No sugar pie. It ready 30 minutes. Bullshit. I got to act like I was Cajuns on Claiborne Street. Yeah, nigga. I'm like, y'all already pick up these yeah, Cajuns right here, Claiborne. You need to, yeah. Boo, I got to act like I was Cajuns on Claiborne. Fuck that. Hey, but look, we got to get a build in. We got to do a build together soon. So let's talk. Let's talk soon. And I want to, speak to you about Fade too. And we gotta get some promotion out there, man. I mean, I pay for some whatever we gotta do. You know, we wanna get them doors out there, because y'all show up, they gonna be mad. Them doors want to come. So yeah, we want to bring them. So I was just telling them, man, we got 400 seats on the inside. We got so many vendor slots available. If y'all know vendors and y'all bring vendors, now I'm tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a cut of the vendors that you bring. Yeah, how about that? So yeah, you get commission for bringing vendors, because we got too much vendor space. We fuck around and have like 200 tables, bro, and all that shit costs money. So you getting a table, 2 chairs. We just need to pack that bitch out with about 100, 200 vendors. So I'm finna start something, man. I'm giving out commission for niggas who bring vendors. And all we doing is saying, hey, you have an opportunity to be around 200-300 people, like-minded people, and you have a service that people cannot get anywhere else, which gonna make it a high commodity. So please see the vision. But yeah, vote, boo, baby girl, sweetheart, Bookie Bear, Sugarfoot. We need to talk. We need to go. We need to get us a building by next week. Get you in them doors out here. Get y'all set up. And you know I'm gonna take care of you. You know, if this world was mine, yeah. All that you've been so good to me. If this world was mine,
no matter whatever you claim, if you push as that group to get tangibles, you will get that. Just
then be alright beside me. If this world was me and Boo, all right, y'all stop that shit. See, that's why they say we go together. I need to chill.
Like we push to end slavery against us, just like we push for civil rights for us.
I already say we
but
go
my
together.
thing is the indigenous thing going that route.
And
if that was going to work, cats already would have done that.
And we might. What's that song saying? Ghana. Yeah, what did he say? She ain't like that other chick I used to have. You don't want the fame. Yeah. Me and little baby, coast to coast, me and little baby, we in motion. Yeah. We in motion.
So I think that's just a long road. And again, I'm not negating the fact that there were Black Aboriginals. I was one of the first people to do a movie telling people about all the Black Aboriginals and all of that. No, but it's just like the African tribes. They always try to link us, oh, you guys are this tribe and that tribe. No, we've had an ethnogenesis. We've had an
so wouldn't it be an uphill battle for FBA as well, because it's the same thing, basically? No. It's basically you're fighting these other groups.
Tariq is not the same. Let's see what he gonna do with it.
Groups that are assimilating Black American culture into a quote unquote African diaspora with DNA tests. They're doing this with culture, like trying to attach Africa to hip hop. Like, for example, Sinners. They put that African tribe in there to try and say that hip hop came from that tribe. Or you'll have people sitting up here talking about a zebra dance is inspiration for flip rock. And I heard that in one of your movies, because I purchased one of your movies back in the day. I don't have it anymore because got rid of a lot of stuff out of my house. But many people, they just conflate things rather than actually studying who they people were. You got people that's like the House of Prayer. A lot of indigenous people went there. They practiced their retentions, such as stomp dance, fashion, like wearing a feather in their hat or something like that, the ghost dance. A lot of stuff that's out here that's not told, but we let these mongoloid style people bully us out of reclaiming what's owed to us. And they're sitting up here allowing us to come get our stuff. Why wouldn't you go get it while the doors are open?
But what we do, we claim all of this stuff is foundational Black American. We've been adamant about a lot of the culture that was innovated here. We've been very adamant about that.
Okay, well, shit, nigga, you an Indian. If you talking about some culture here, nigga, that's our shit. Fam, that's my shit. What do you mean? If you're from North America, you are an American Indian. We don't know nothing about that other shit. That's why that shit 3, 4, 5 years old. We don't know nothing about that. That shit ain't even in the school books. They don't even teach that shit in the school books, and they give us all kind of fake ass history. But they ain't never told us that. But you can't say, you'll take the culture, but you don't want the Indian. Why? Because the Indian is the biggest threat. But you're not finna eat off our plate and then go, nah, that's tether shit. You ain't gonna destiny swap with us. That's tether shit. You know, especially when you dealing with niggas who know what they talking about.
And some of these tribes, we can't really attribute it to that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we created an ethnogenesis. We created our own culture, our own music, our own dialect. As found
all that shit been here. We go to the Bonham Park Mirrors, they on there playing the same instruments you see. I just saw Boo Sunday in goddamn in New Orleans. No, I was not there. Look, they talking about him and Boo was on the day. That's not, y'all need to stop it. God damn, y'all be mixing the nigga words up. I'm saying I had like saw her like on like social media, and she was at the second line, and it's like, you know, these type of things, fam. We see the Mayans practicing the same shit, dressing the same way, these customs and cultures. So ain't no, that's W. Du Bois. He got that from Joel Springham. White folks put that in that nigga mouth to come out here on that talented 10 shit to counter what Booker T. Washington and Rosenwald was doing. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. If we gonna tell it, we have to tell it the whole story and have it in full context of understanding. If we, you know, but niggas getting played, they out here with half-ass information with no full understanding. I ain't talking about Tariq. I'm talking about shit. It might be him too, but the people that are listening to the shit, they're not asking enough questions. They're not doing enough studying. That shouldn't be the end. You don't say that and that's the end of that. No. Tell them why. But I can't just blame it on him because there's so many other people. I mean, the game is just so generalized. That's how I was able to knock out so many of these niggas with these wide-ass punches because you leaving yourself open, nigga, and your chin up. You know, you niggas are generalizing. We don't generalize.
National Black Americans. So that's where I am with
Did you know it always existed, such as toboggans, do-rags, heck, even wearing jewelry in your teeth? That always existed here thousands of years ago within Mesoamerica in the southeastern woodlands, where many of our lineages come from. And a lot of us don't have these archaeologists or lab coat scientists going to these sites and digging up and doing our own research and asking people that got NAGPRA bureaucracy to allow us to do these tests on these skeletons in their own spit. What's going on there?
And even look, we've been like barbecue, for example. They always say that barbecue came from the indigenous people, but which indigenous? I've never seen red natives barbecue at all. That came from us. We literally taught everybody how to barbecue. We were the pit master.
The goddamn word is an Indian word. From the islands, Caribbean, niggas who y'all delineate against, all the way up to 1540, DeSoto, when he came, he said he saw them niggas barbecuing over open fire, and they was barbecuing hog with wood chips. With wood chips. Still to this day, niggas are using wood chips when they smoking they meat. Ain't no ethnogenesis. Ain't no ethnogenesis. This culture been here. We been doing this shit. Ain't no ethnogenesis. The fuck? We been doing this. Black came in 1967. They can't talk to us. We been doing this.
So I truly understand that a lot of the culture is from Black indigenous culture. I understand that, but we still had an ethnogenesis.
Nah, fuck that. So you mean to tell me y'all delineating against foreigners? Now, you just admitted that the culture comes from American Indian. And even though this fella that's talking to him, you know, have an imaginary problem with me when he in my face, when he jumping on my panels and shit, and I'm always letting him get his shit out, showing him love. but he go around the corner and for some reason he got a problem now. That's happened multiple times. But I do give credit what credit due. Just because a nigga play on me, I'm still gonna be a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? So the talking points that he's having, he been around the game for a while. So he's making great points. And Tariq, on the other hand, really have no answers for these. This conversation is a little bit over his head. You can't say that you understand that is indigenous culture, but you're going to call it something other than indigenous culture. I don't get it.
Barbecue, we were the pit masters. So I truly understand that a lot of the culture is from Black indigenous culture. I understand that, but we still had an ethnogenesis, and we became a totally new ethnic group. And that ethnic group is foundational Black American. And we already used the term foundational Black American. Well, we use the term Black American, and foundational, that's just an adjective that is a commemorative term. You have people like W.B. Du Bois using the term foundation when he
and we don't fuck with W.B. Du Bois. W.B. Du Bois is in the trunk. We been rolled him up. Okay, he was a spy for the white folks. And how smart people think he is, he really wasn't even that smart. Yeah, he went to Harvard, but he met some YT people there. The Springham brothers. They brought him in. He didn't own that newspaper, The Crisis. Matter of fact, the board wanted to kick him off. It was only one person who wanted to keep him there because they needed a blackface to put in place to push their propaganda. W. Du Bois was a puppet. He came out with that ethnogenesis shit to say that we are amalgamation people and a new people. Why did he do that? He was paid to do it. Look up all his projects. We can show all the funding that he got, the topics they had him touch on, and we can go to the original sources and see where he had the information but did not use it properly. He used it and benefit to fit along with his story. Now, it makes no sense to say that. It's to say that Africans came over or whoever the fuck else came over, these tethers that we're delineating against, actually came and made a contribution to our culture, which means they deserve reparations too. If they're not a part of the fight, they're not a part of building it, then how the fuck do they end up culturally mixed with us and making this new culture with us? Now, if we're going to say different tribes from different parts of North America came together and we became an ethnogenesis through that, that's more accurate, that's more provable, because that's what happened. But we're not going to use no coon ass W. Du Bois nigga to come represent us.
He referred to Black Americans.
Now, Black folks can do that, but the Indians, we on Indian time. We know better.
Americans talking about how we're the foundation cornerstone of America. So we've always known that we are foundational to the building of this nation. And that's a stronger term for what we're trying to do just culturally. I think it's just a long uphill battle trying to reclaim an indigenous tribe, because it's already some back and forth going on with the Dawes Rose and the so-called 5 civilized tribes in that 1866 treaty where they're supposed to give freedmen some of the same resources. That's been an uphill battle.
Same resources. My question would be, Brother Tariq, have you ever sat down and read the 1866 treaty? And then after that, I want you to read March 22nd, 1870 treaty. What you will find out is there is no Native American or African in the story. The names of the people involved are mentioned. And guess what? They're niggas. So we are us accepting this shit or making excuses. And you know, I blame Indians too. You know what I'm saying? You niggas need to push a harder line. When I was out there, they couldn't do that shit. Them niggas was out here telling me about they Cherokee grandmas and all that type of shit. Yeah, nigga, that's what happened when I'm on the block. Niggas don't get away with that old, you know. We're gonna tell the real, but what we doing looking back? How we looking far back? If people, grandparents, Tariq for himself, right? Tariq family, he went to a family function, his cousin, I want to say, and that's why he say I have indigenous heritage too. His family, family historian, his cousin, put him up on a lot of history. He was so happy today. You know what I mean? So where's this other talking point shit coming from? Except that Indian is the only thing that stands in the way of these niggas running over it. But without the Indian unity, without these Indian channels, they got these big ass channels and voices, and they not using them. You understand me? It's allowing this FBA shit to get more out in the algorithm and more people talk about it and relate to it because it's nobody pushing back. But we'll give a nigga credit for being an Indian or doing this or some shit that they done a couple years ago. But what about now? Nigga, the fight's still on. A lot of people being misinformed. Like he said, Tariq said, why aren't people going to go sign up to these Indian tribes then? Because people are bringing them they're giving them identities rather than telling them to go find themselves in the story. That's what's happening. Because if they find themselves in the story, they're going to find out that they're indigenous here. And if you want to build a community or a group here, I wouldn't say doctrine, out of respect, you know, a school of thought, and you want to push FBA then to his, you know, advantage, he may want to keep that conversation of genealogy out. Because if people find who they are, then they no longer need these terms. These terms no longer serve them. And that shows you how, you know, inferior to the Indian a lot of these people are. So their energy harvest, they'll take our culture, but they'll put another label on it. Well, that's the same shit y'all saying the Tethers doing. But the Indians ain't delineating against y'all, saying, hey, don't use it, because we know you niggas got blood that come from America. But y'all out here picking up these identities that somebody gave you that you can't even walk in the courtroom and be recognized, because that the law of the game here, nigga, is treaty and constitution. And none of these titles, Moor, Hebrew, FBA, Solon, and none of that shit is in it. But Indian is, and these treaties were signed by Indian chiefs that look like us, no one else. Period. There's a movie coming out this weekend, Sarah's Oil. Y'all go check that out. Sarah Rector, the richest woman at a time, Oklahoma. They got all that money down there, that oil. So it's a movie coming out. That'll be good. Sweet Feather say that'll be a good movie night. I agree. But things of this nature. So we don't have to go back far. That happened in the 1800s, going into the 1900s, bro. It's 1900 history, 20th century history. That's not old. We're not going back. The FBA flag says 1524, 1526. But it's no problem with going back to 1500, but it's a problem if we go back 100 years to our grandmas, our family. Yeah. What it's saying is FBA understands the threat that American Indians hold. It's just that American Indians, speakers, talking heads, or people with the platforms are not doing their part on educating the people and keeping them out of harm's way or in situations where they'll waste years off their lives into these things that in the end will not serve them or will not produce real results. As we seen, they went up for reparation. They lost that one. Now what we do? Delineate. Okay, Africans don't want to play no more. It ain't cool. It ain't fun no more. Did that shit for 3 years. So now what? What's next? Nothing. How about everybody go find themselves in the story?
Now, people are talking about utilizing that treaty because Dr. Claude Anderson talked about that treaty and how we need to utilize that treaty to get certain resources from these tribes and all of that. There's different routes that we can go. I just want to see what's done effectively.
So one more thing before I...
Okay, before we end that, man, shout out to Morton, man. He just lost his T. Jones, man. Y'all send some energy over there. I told y'all, man, the other day. All right, what's up with it, all right? Yeah, man, Paul just lost his old man, you know. I was telling y'all earlier, you know, my grandma, she was in the hospital, you know what I'm saying, for a couple of days. She just made it back to the house, so, yeah, it's important, you know what I'm saying? That's why we got to put into this, you know what I'm saying? The homie Soul Food hit me yesterday. It was his birthday. Man, I want to be around BCU, man. I need to be around some love, like, you know what I'm saying? So we all going through something, man. When you got a soul tribe, you don't have to do it alone, man. So we right here with you, you know what I'm saying? So we sending positive energy over to the homie Morton, man. My nigga, Texas nigga, damn fool. Cowboys and Indian shit. And I feel like we done this shit in a whole nother lifetime and came back and he was the same nigga. We both came back the same niggas, damn fools.
Leave up out of here. What about this African descent thing? Because many of these people want to hold on to this West Central African stuff, but don't claim or research enough about these kingdoms that were sacked and destroyed, such as the Wagado Mende, the Songhai, the Knox civilization, and all these places that were active during the transatlantic slave trade. And we know for a fact there were some Africans that were brought here. It was just a tiny fraction, such as 221,000, according to David Eltis' update from the...
Yeah, fuck David Eltis' update, nigga. David Eltis in the trunk. David Eltis no longer gets to speak. Legendary Topcatz is the motherfucker you need to talk to, nigga. I took that from Dave, broke him down. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna be doing a lecture over on Dane Calloway next weekend. So a week from now, we doing a lecture for the 13%. Tonight we'll be on Empire. Richie Rich show. Dane debut over there. So that's in 40 minutes.
Former 450,000 or 388,000. And so we know that there were Omar Ibn Sayyid and Ibrahim Sori and people like that were actual Muslims or Moors, for example, that were enemies of some of these indigenous groups. That were coming over here as like interpreters and colonizers with the YTs. So have any Black American in this panel found a West Central African relative, and why claim it if you're not actively going after these West Central African tribes that literally blood sacrifice their own people to the YT man over here?
I don't think people are claiming those tribes like that because, yeah, again, we had an ethnogenesis. We have African DNA, just like we have indigenous DNA, and it would be impossible for us to not have it because we got all mixed together. So when people start talking about, I ain't got no African DNA, I don't know how, because we were all mixed together. How did you circumvent mixing in with all the people on the plantation? You know what I'm saying? And if you were not on the plantation, where were you and where was your family? You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I don't think Tariq heard the goddamn question, because he said, can anybody on the panel tell me African ancestor? And instead of giving us African ancestor, he said, you know, we mixed in with the African. We got down, the nigga just asked, can we prove it? If you can't prove it, you can't use it. Teach a nigga how to swim and don't get wet. You reach, I teach. They go wide, we go to the body.
I don't. People just be kind of saying stuff, so I don't know what their angle is. But I just.
Yeah, nigga, you just said something. And usually Tariq is way more sharper than this. But like I said, the brother, I'm not gonna fight fire with fire. You know what I'm saying? When the nigga came around BCU, and we always let the nigga pop it. He not respected in other circles like that. Niggas get down on him and shit. But I get a nigga a nice grade on this, because, you know, for him to even be up there still that long, and he had some real good conversation. He been around long, so he know a lot of talking points. So I think he handled himself well up until this. I ain't see the whole thing. We're not gonna watch the whole thing, but he had Tariq talking in circles, and it kind of made him expose the fact that we're not banging Indian, we FBA, but we're gonna take y'all culture and call it ours, and we get nothing. So if we start delineating, nigga, either you're an Indian or an immigrant. That's why I was pushing. You're Indian or an immigrant, homie. Ain't no way around it. Either you're an Indian, you come from here, or you come from somewhere else. And if you come from somewhere else, nigga, when did you get here? If you're talking about some shit, ethnogenesis, you talking about some shit that happened millions of years ago that you have no proof, no name, no human activity, then we can't use it. Sorry.
I find it impossible for people to have been through slavery and not mix in with all the people who were on the plantation.
Everybody didn't go through slavery, and why was people on the plantation fucking when they was sisters and brothers and cousins and yeah. See, again, like a lot of our people, man, for Tariq to have a voice and a platform this big, there's a lot of things that he don't have a full understanding on. Because if he did, he wouldn't say those things about slavery. He probably think the slave master was a white boy. Most people on plantations, when you look them up, they're gonna have the same names. Why? Because this is their family. And all we have to do is go back. The records are there. The stories that they tell us, the propaganda that they push, but the stories are written in stone already.
A mixture of a whole bunch of different things. But
I would suggest one more thing is for people to look into the National History and Archives Center. The what's that? The archives. What's that one?
National Archive.
Which one?
The Library of Congress. Yeah, the Library of Congress, and your local registry of vital statistics, where your family originally came from within the southeastern woodlands or the northeastern woodlands. And heck, there were some Caribbean peoples that were sold over into from North America, such as the Pequot Wars. You had the Yamasee. A lot of these people are mixed up. So don't like negate all of your ancestry. Just look into who your people were, what they said they were.
Now try. Now, is some of your people Caribbean?
No, I don't have any Caribbean relatives like that.
Okay. Now,
all my people are from the southeastern woodlands. They would be. I have one Chinese ancestor on my dad's mother's father's side. I got indigenous American families on both sides, and I got European on both sides. So that's it. I'm even a relative or some relation to what's his name, General Westmoreland on my dad's side, because my grandfather, he's Richard Carl Westmoreland, no, Dickie Westmoreland. So he used to play in the San Diego Chargers, the Miami Dolphins, and all them. And he lives currently out there in San Diego.
Okay. Now, what tribe have you traced yourself to? What tribe are you clicked in with?
So the ethnic groups that my family are, they're Yadkin Pedi, they're Cherokee, they're Muskegon. That's like particularly Yamasee. They're all throughout Georgia, Virginia, South Carolina, and Florida. Mm-hmm. These are the same regions that you can look up in the Guian Miller rolls and the Henderson rolls that talks about Negro families that are attached to these southeastern woodland tribes.
Yes, indeed. My man. All right. Well, thank you so much, brother. I thank you, Ty. I appreciate you, brother. All right.
And then Tyree say, my bad. I get to him. A lot of people say the nigga crazy. But he been around so long, he handled himself well. And I think Tariq only listened because when he started off with some shit that nigga Tariq ain't never heard before. So it becomes a teaching lesson. And the more and more he pushed back, I think he was patient and he asked the right questions. And it's for people to use their discernment, take what they want from it. But I mean, that's all you need. So when he asked him what tribe he was from, I'm like, I know this, another softball question. And he knocked that bitch out the park. Tariq said, okay, my bad, shit, okay. I didn't know, you gotta know who you fucking with. So, yeah, nah, we ain't putting no name, we ain't getting no niggas, no. You feel me? We can be real niggas. See, we ain't gotta do what these other niggas do. Try to put us down to big themselves up. Yeah, even though nigga be hating on my name, I can still give credit to a nigga that's hating on my name. Because I'm gonna be real anyway. Ain't no price on loyalty, homie. I'm gonna be me. I'm not finna change, stoop down to a nigga level, or step outside of who I am. The nigga did good, the nigga did good, op or not. You feel me? He ain't gotta feel the same way that I feel about him. But that was a good joint right there. Hey man, get them likes up. Make sure y'all get y'all $25 to fade, man. Shout out to the people that jumped in the joint today, man. We finna go over here to Bro Rich, do a little more promo. I'm gonna get with Vu. I'll be on Red, King Simon next week. We bringing together some sisters, some healing. We need to build this matriarch up. Again, you know, we don't be seeing Treese ass around here. We don't see Dia half the time. Tifa. I saw Sister Rhonda the other day, surprised me. And I said, maybe that's a sign that the matriarch coming back. Listen, matriarch, we are nothing without y'all. You know, and y'all know how these Indian gentlemen feel about y'all. You know what I'm saying? Kills 314. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, there's so many I can't even name, but it's time to come home, man. The family needs y'all. Time to come home. Hey, man, I love y'all, man. I'll catch y'all on the other side.
I like that Honduran cigar, the spirit rise. Smoke curling like ancestors whispering in the skies. Dr. Sebi in my left ear saying heal from inside. This ain't no new land, we the ones that try to deny. Before Columbus ever dreamed of ships to steer, we was building mounds, doing rituals with no fear. From Yucatan to Galveston, New Orleans here. That's a triangle of soul, boy, the map been clear. Second lines ain't parades, it's ancestral rights. Tambourines and feathers under full moonlight. We ain't immigrants now, we the original might. Built pyramids and bone flutes before Rome took flight. Topcatz said it loud, stop begging for permission. Our culture ain't missing, it's just deep in tradition. We ain't African cause they told us we remember the mission. The land speaks Creole, soul food and intuition. We've been here through the blood and the drum, through the elders, the chants and the kiss of the sun. Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky, and the ancestors' rhythm, we never die. We've been here, oh yeah, we've been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still live. This our home, not a place we did.
They said, how we buy this song? Is it pinned? Did we pin it? Hold on, let me see. Yes, cause you can get the song, you can bump it in your trunk, put it on your playlist. Hold on, cause I know we dropped it in here. It could be pinned at the top. Y'all hit me out in the chat. Is it pinned at the top, or goddamn it, do I need to just drop it again? Hold on, let me just drop it again real quick. So when y'all purchase it, you know, I send it right over to you. You'll get the link. Oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote that line, we still here. It's a home, not a place we did disappear. We got the Indian Bible, and now we got the Indian anthem. We got the Indian Bible. I'm not black, I'm Indian. And then we turned around and went and got the Indian anthem. Can I get an amen? All right, so now it's pinned at the top. Y'all go get that. Pinned at the top. Appreciate everybody that supported. If you have not put in your $25, even if you're not coming. I had a brother buy a ticket yesterday. Shout out to Run. OG, been around here for years. He bought a ticket and he said, hey, give this to somebody. So we will be giving those tickets out. I think we're at 3 now. 3 ticket giveaways. So you know, we had people buy tickets, VIP tickets, and then come back and donate $100, you know, to the cause, things like that. So yeah, man, put y'all $25 in or $20, whatever you can drop. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple brothers say, hey man, I get paid bi-weekly, so I got you next week. So yeah, put in, man, because we finna put on for the Indian. I still want that motherfucking big screen out there. The fight come on that night too. We fuck around and sit out there and watch the fight. Y'all know them big blow up party clubs. I'm thinking about getting one of them hoes there just for the BCU shop for all of the shit that we got, and that'll be our BCU store. But again, we getting 40 by 40s, we get 30 by 30s, and we gonna have the big tents out there. We gonna have y'all out there, sun, out the way. We gonna have heaters if the weather bad, but the weather should be good because it's gonna be taking place early in the day. Going into the night, you may need a coat, but it ain't that bad. It'll just be about 68 degrees or some shit, which is summertime to you goddamn East Coast Indians. But yeah, man, come fly. Don't forget, man, your attire, cowboy boots and Daisy Dukes. Cowboy boots and Daisy Dukes. And may the best winner win. We will provide you with a trophy. I love y'all. That's my time.
I like that Honduran cigar, the spirits rise. Smoke curling like ancestors whispering in the sky. Dr. Sebi in my left ear saying from the side. This ain't no new land, we the ones they try to deny. Before Columbus ever dreamed of ships to steer, we was building mounds, doing rituals with no fear. From Yucatan to Galveston, New Orleans near. That's the triangle of soul, but the map been clear. Second lines ain't parade.
Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all see Groovy say, hey, my bad, I get paid next week. I'm putting in for sure. So see, this is what I'm saying, man. We got a lot of great brothers and sisters. I'm glad y'all seeing the vision. This is the first one. This shit is gonna be going on. Our kids are gonna be celebrating this as our indigenous holiday. Like Ace told me yesterday, BCU Ace, he's like, nigga, we got our indigenous day in indigenous month. This is indigenous month. We just so happen to have our own holiday, something for us, by us. So let's show up and show out.
I like that Honduran cigar, the spirits rise. Smoke curling like ancestors whispering in the skies. Dr. Sebi in my left ear saying heal from inside. This ain't no new land, we the ones they try to deny. Before Columbus ever dreamed of ship to steer, we was building mounds, doing rituals with no fear. From Yucatan to Galveston, New Orleans near. That's a triangle of soul, but the map been clear. Second lines ain't parades, that's ancestral rights. Tambourines and feathers under full moonlight. We ain't immigrants now, we the original mind. Built pyramids and bone flutes before Rome took flight. Topcatz said it loud, stop begging for permission. Our culture ain't missing, it's just deep in tradition. We ain't African cause they told us we remember the mission. The land speaks Creole, soul food and intuition. We been here through the blood and the drum, through the elders, the chants and the kiss of the sun. Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky. And the ancestors' rhythm, we never die. We been here, oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still live. It's our home, not a place we disappear. James singing truth through the pain and the tears. Granny sat me down, roll something slow. Said when you puff, give thanks, let the cosmos know. I inhale the jungle, exhale the flow. Spitting stories that the textbooks still scared to show. Cigar lit like a torch from ancient rites. Aromas like prayers to the Orishas at night. New Orleans ain't a tourist tale, it's black divine. Where the jazz horns been time and the spirits align. Forget Columbus, we was dancing in stars. Trading turquoise, dripping culture in bars. Drums talking codes, spirits moving cars. Look close, the past ain't gone, it's just behind these stars. From Congo Square to Trammy porches, we built this land, no need for endorsements. The Mardi Gras beads ain't just for decor. That's soul armor, homie, we was gods before war. We been here through the blood and the drum, through the elders, the chants and the kiss of the sun. Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky. In the ancestors' rhythm, we never die. We been here, oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still live. I like that Honduran cigar, the spirits rise. Smoke curling like